Hello, how's it going? Welcome to a new stream. We can remove this. So, we are back where we spent most of our time in the last stream, here in the mushroom biome village. Since the last stream, I dug down the cracks here, just to have a better idea of what it's gonna look like. I'm probably gonna make them bigger, and I'm definitely gonna make them deeper. This part here might be a little bit, well, not as deep. I might raise it a bit. I'm not sure at the moment. Try and get like everything to be the same, so the big hole and the cracks here. I'm probably gonna have, now that I look at it, gonna have to change the angles of the slope outside of the crater. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, but I'm definitely gonna have to work on something, because right now it doesn't really look all that good. So I think I'm gonna have it be like more of a circle, like that. But then like having the bottom wouldn't really make sense. Having the kind of the fog effect at the bottom wouldn't make sense if it's a circle. I'm gonna have to figure some things out. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna also have the fog effect. As I said, I'm gonna make these cracks deeper, because I'm gonna have to add some fog effect to that. And once they are done, we're gonna build some little bridges and all that stuff. Oh, right, and in the meantime I also worked on that ugly little house, and I really like it a lot more than I did in the last stream. So basically, just to recap the idea, this place here has been like, there was some kind of a catastrophe that happened here, and some houses got destroyed, some houses stayed there. So like this one here, it's a house that was there already and it stayed there, so they kept it like that. But when they had to build houses after that cataclysm happened, they had to use the materials that they now had, which means like mushrooms, and I'm eventually gonna build those little nether fungi things. So they had to use those materials because that's all that was left and all that was available to the inhabitants of the island. So they what was I saying? Yeah, they built using those. I also added some nether bricks just because I needed still a bit more blocks to make the palette. But basically the idea is they took the stems to make the walls, they took some bricks to make the walls a bit stronger, and they made the roof with the planks that they made out of the crimson wood. But it was not enough, so they took chunks from the caps of those mushrooms and put them on the roof to make the roof. So like you can see, there's multiple chunks here and there. So there's one here. This part could be improved a bit, because it just looks like a few blocks and not like a chunk of mushroom. And like this one here was like on top, like that. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind this this place here. And I really wanted to have a crimson door, so that's why I got I used crimson wood for the roof, because I wanted to tie everything together. So yeah, that's what I've worked on between episodes. But we're not gonna spend too much time here for today, because the last two streams were mostly spent here. We did go to the third biome in the last stream, just to have a bit of an idea of the layout of everything, where everything is gonna be. And we found some pretty cool stuff, and we put wool to make to show where the walls are gonna be. So that's where I'm gonna work for today. We haven't built anything up here yet. We're gonna have to build a lot of walls with ice and snow. And we have this super weird little crystal thingy that just happened to spawn here. It looks really cool. And actually we're gonna start with that now that I'm here. Let's just do just a fill command. So that would be maybe 4 blocks. Wait, am I in the right direction? No, I am not. That would be better. So basically I always tend to use positive coordinates or relative coordinates. I don't know why, it's just a habit. I prefer placing myself to have positive coordinates rather than trying to find where the positive coordinates would be. So we're gonna have some packed ice, replace stone, and now we have a gigantic ice crystal. That's great. We're missing a few blocks. There we go. We can replace the rest by hand. It's not too much stuff to replace. Oops. And now we have a pretty cool magic ice crystal thingy, which we could improve by placing some blue ice and some regular ice and all that stuff. So I'm gonna work on the shape first with the packed ice. I like this hole in the middle here. I might work with that. Also, is the music too loud? Not loud enough? I can barely hear it personally, but it doesn't mean it's not too loud because sounds are weird. Sounds are weird sometimes. So we got this weird little hole here. Like that. We could put like something, I don't know what. Maybe not a light source, but like something dark in the middle here. What block could I use for that? What about black concrete, or maybe some light block? Try and get a 3D fog effect. Let's try some stuff. So I'm gonna use a frog light. Let's pick the yellow. So maybe like something like that here to have kind of a core of the crystal. And some glass. Just gonna be, I'm gonna try it with some light blue. Would that work if I do it like that? Probably not gonna be able to put enough layers though. Ah, that's sad. Yeah, I can't really put more layer than that. That's not gonna work. Sorry about that. Crying obsidian could be cool. That could be. So it's, yeah, it's kind of the core of that crystal. Something like that. If I place some more blocks around here. What about that? Does it look good? I think it does. I can try to open this side here a bit more. just so we can have a bigger chunk of ice on this side. How about that? Does that look good? Oh, and I could put some skulk. Skulk could be good also. Let's try this out. Okay, I'm gonna try crying obsidian, but with some skull veins. Oh, I like that. I really like that combination of blocks. Skull veins on top of crying obsidian, because you keep the particles. There's a bunch of weird colors. Yeah. Let's see if I remove a piece of skulk or two. Yeah, that's even better. That's good. That is good. I like that. Okay. We got something. We got something. Now, let's try and improve the shape of that thing. Make it pointier. The bottom here. Something like that. And nah. Let's do that. That's way too straight of a line here, so let's put it like that, and maybe that. Does that look good? Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. Let's make this part a bit wider. Okay, let's try and find the other pieces of ice, the other types of ice, if they look good, if we put them... Wait, no, that shape was weird up here. Like that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, how is everyone doing today? How's everyone's weekend been? Anyone else have a day off tomorrow? Or is it just me who's being annoying? Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, we could do more layers like that. Yeah. Like the pieces here that are thinner, we're gonna use... It really makes sense now that I think of it, but we're gonna use the regular ice because it's just a bit transparent. Just enough to let light through. I'm thinking of just using blue ice for all the little peaks. So the tops of each kind of sections or the corners. I'm not sure exactly why, what's the reasoning behind that, but it would kind of give it some kind of purpose. Not sure what, but it kinda does. This one could be that. So something like that. And maybe we could have like more of it at the bottom. So it's kind of concentrating at the bottom like that. Okay, something like that. Make it a bit bigger here. How about regular ice back here? How does that look? Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Only thing is, I feel like it's a bit too deep, so I'm thinking of raising it up a bit. I think it would make a bit more sense to have it kind of like having the core part at the middle here be like surface level. So gonna grab some structure blocks. Again, I still never learned to use how you call that, world edit. I think with world edit I could just move it, but yeah, I won't learn that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it under. There we go. Okay, so that would be a spike. That's the right position. I wanna save it. Structure size, let's make it 6. I think it's 32 max. And 6. And I'm not in the right direction. So let's just move it away here. This one fits in. It needs to be 1 block bigger, and so does this one. So that would be 7 and 7. And perfect. It all fits in. Super cool trick with structure blocks like that is to place another one. So you save. Hello Marks, how are you doing? So that would be ice spike top. We are moving some ice spikes. I put it at -6, -6. And again, I did not learn to use World Edit, so I have to use the things that I know. But yeah, so basically the trick is if I save this structure block within the frame of the bottom one, well, it's gonna save it. So I save this. We go down. I save this. I'm gonna empty my inventory. Just grab this one here. And just to show you that it actually works, I'm gonna go and put it somewhere else. Far up in the sky. Just gonna put it. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. Oops. Hello, Thing Deep. You like big holes in your villages? Sometimes I do, yes. Sometimes I do. But this one just so happened to be here. But yeah. And I'm doing this right now to show that it works, and also because I'm sure that I'm actually making a mistake somehow. So now if I load it, it's all loaded. And this one here is the top, so I can switch it to load, and perfect! It's working. It is working. That's perfect. Now I'm gonna just delete it, because that's not where it should be. Fill. Let's put 10. Oops. 10, 40, 10, air. There we go. Hello, Ayondis. Structure blocks are difficult, yeah. Well, once you get the hang of it, they are really useful. But yeah, I've been told that I should really start using World Edit instead, and I think you have a tutorial. I'm not sure, so I might look it up sometime soon. So let's raise it a bit more than that. I missed the last few. You on a new village now? Yeah, I'm working on 3 villages at the same time. So I worked a bit on the right. It's Light Medica. I remember. Okay, yeah, I confuse everything. It's another thing, Light Medica, that I do not use. Also, I was halfway through answering Marx's question. I'm bad at focusing on one thing. Sorry, everyone. But Marx, to finish with your question, yeah, I'm working on 3 villages in parallel. So I started with the jungle one. Last 2 streams, I work on the mushroom biome one. And I finished last stream here in the Ice Spikes one, where we kind of set place some blocks to have an idea of what it's gonna, where everything is gonna be, where the walls are gonna be for this kind of fort. And yeah, just the shape of the land makes it kind of like a level for a game. So like you're kind of walking up a hill and you end up with this little hole here with this weird little crystal. But yeah, so that's the idea. Alright, see ya on this. Or good lurking, and have fun taking care of your little one. Okay, so I will load the Ice Spike now. There we go. And is it at the right? It's at the perfect height. Amazing. And I'm gonna load the top. We can remove that. We can remove that. actually. I'm just gonna again use fill. Oops. That should be enough. Okay, and perfect. Perfect. So, Marks and Think Deep, what have you been up to lately? Anything fun planned? Do you have a long weekend like I do, or is it a regular one? Also, I'm gonna drink some coffee. Okay, so, yeah, let's just start with the walls. So I had already thought of a palette, something that we did in the last episode. You don't work Monday, but you work at the baseball stadium Friday to Sunday. Is the season coming to an end, or is it like a time where you have both jobs, like at the stadium and at the school at the same time? Because I do remember that you had like some overlap between the two, and it was kind of a no life moment, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong though. Regular one, been spending a lot of time on creative recently. On the base, cool. Yeah, taking some time to rest from Minecraft is also important. Minecraft is important, but you know, resting from Minecraft also is. This weekend and next weekend should do it. Oh, that's cool. That is cool if you can get some, at least a bit of time off. That's always fun. Or maybe not time off, but just slower times. Let's pick all the ice types. The job overlaps come. The jobs overlap completely now. You mean like... I think I'm lost. You mean like all year long, or like just for the few weeks, like now, that both jobs overlap? You know what? I'm actually gonna use another block just as a placeholder, and I'm gonna replace it with ice, just so I don't mess up the spikes. Oh, they're both evening jobs. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. But your school job, wasn't it a day job at some point? Or am I completely mistaken? Because that might happen. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So like during school year it's daytime, but during summer it's evenings. Or am I still completely confused? Oh, so I was actually completely confused, but now I get it. Thank you. Everything's more clear now. Sorry, I was... It's still kind... No, it's not even early. I don't even have that excuse. I'm just... I'm not bad at brain right now. There are days like that. Apparently today is one of those. Sadly. So, we can also start talking about what I'm trying to achieve here right now. So I want to raise this portion of the wall. Kind of forgot to talk about what I was doing. But yeah, I want to raise this portion of the wall. Because I feel like it was just like a wall that dips down like that. It doesn't really feel right. Although, I could make it a cliff and have kind of an overlook on the river. Dang it, why do I always change my mind? Why do I always change my mind? I'm gonna remove everything. See, that's why I used cobbled deep slate. See? No mistakes were made. Nothing happened. If anyone says anything to the contrary, they are confused. I'm not. I cannot be. Because, I don't know why. I don't want to... I won't say that I'm confused. That's just not gonna happen. It can be me. Because if I'm confused, it means I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, it means that nothing is real. Or something like that. Yeah. I think some of my students are starting to... affect the way I think. Dang it. I'm reverting back into a teenager. You're confused? Yeah, but Marks, I cannot be confused because if I were wrong, I'd know it. You see the reasoning here? So it can be me. It's you. You're confused, Marks. You are. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to make you realize that, but yeah, you're wrong. I know it's hard to accept, but it's an easier truth than anything else. Or anyway, let's move on to something else. I'm not being very coherent right now. Well, yeah, I've been, just stick to number omni. Number omni or just stick to numbers? Yeah, it's okay to be confused, it's early. The thing is, it's almost 11 a.m. It's not that early. I mean, I'm not done with my coffee yet, but it's not that early. Okay, sticking to numbers, yeah. Yeah, I should. Well, speaking of numbers, I actually got a new job. I'm a real teacher now, as scary as it could sound. Yeah, it happened. They got me. Those monsters. So yeah, I got one class of students who are retaking the math class from the previous year because they didn't pass, and there were enough of them that didn't pass to open an entire class for them. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this year. Well, not everything I'm gonna do, but part of what I'm gonna do this year. And yeah, it's an experience. Let's just say it like that. What age they are? 15, 16, 17-ish. It all depends, because some have different types of experiences. Some have doubled some years, or had to retake some years. Some had to go through other programs, stuff like that. Like there were a few kids who come from different countries, so usually they have to go through I don't know how to say it, like an integration classes, like where they learn French and where they learn like the basics of school and stuff like that. They can go there and for a year or two, and before they integrated back into the regular program. So yeah, and some others just had to take back another year. Yeah, but it's still mostly the same age. Like normally they like for a regular path. No, not path. What's the word I'm looking for? For a regular, yeah, like this scholarization, the regular. If they follow the regular program, they would be 15, turning 16 this year. But some are like a year older, and some already turned 16, stuff like that. But yeah, it's a pretty varied group. At first I had 15 students, which kind of scared me a bit, because that kind of feels like a lot to me. I'm used to working like with individuals, with only one student at a time, so it felt like a lot. But now there are a few special cases, and one of the students is actually going to another school but still registered to our school, so we're still on my list but shouldn't be, and stuff like that. So actually I have 12, so it's not that bad. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting experience, I guess. Also, is the music not loud enough or too loud? I asked earlier, but I don't think anyone was in chat yet when I did. But yeah, how are the volumes? So how about those big spikes? How are they made? Okay, so it's a plus and some random in the corners and just a big... Okay. A big thingy at the end. Shouldn't be too hard to replicate if I can fly again. Yeah, it's a bit quiet at times, but yes, some of the songs are louder and some are quieter. It's a bit annoying. If I'm going to the whole class or focusing on the things they didn't get, it's a whole class. The way the system is here, it's like it's a 1-year class that they have to pass. So if there's something like right now we're looking at like a theory of numbers and ensembles of numbers, like the naturals, the integers, stuff like that, and most of them were like, yeah, no, that we don't need to take again, but we have to, because yeah, they have to see it. And some people did not, because there's I think 2 or 3 students who didn't actually like fail the class, but they had failed a previous one, so they were already kind of late with the classes. So yeah, they had to take this one. Well, it's the first time that they're doing this one. They had to retake a previous one. So yeah, we have to see everything. With 12, the thing they didn't learn might just be everything. Yeah. Also, yeah, there's that, but there are some things that they learned already, or that they remember from last year. But yeah, it's it really is like on an individual basis. Some of them will understand some things, and some will not. It's kind of how it usually goes with situations like that. You can just group everyone by saying, like, you're the ones who didn't understand, like, functions, so we're gonna have a class dedicated to only functions for the entire year. It can't really work like that here. Because yeah, it's really like, from what I understand from the US system, I think it's more like individual classes on a specific subject, like algebra or statistics, but here it's yearly classes with various subjects. So like this year we're gonna have functions and equations and inequations and some statistics. We're gonna work on volumes and total areas of solids, stuff like that. And so yeah, all in the same class, and they get their yearly like grade for everything combined. So it's how it works. I see the merits of a system like that, but I knowing how I think it is in the US, I feel like that could be a bit better, because you can have like classes dedicated to one subject. So you can be evaluated on one thing and not how do you perform at 3 things together. So yeah, but I'm not making the system, I'm just playing inside of it. I can decide everything. Sadly, I'm not the master of the universe yet. Soon it will come. No, that is one ugly spike. So yeah, it's gonna be. I complain a bit, but I think it's gonna be an interesting challenge. And so far, the kids are they're kind of cooler than I expected, but not that much. But kind of. It's the thing basically that really annoys me the most is that when I decided to go and work in education, it really was about like I was gonna teach at like a college level, so like 17, 18, 19-year-olds who are like in a specific program where they choose where they choose the program, so they are more interested in the classes. Like there's no mandatory math. You do math if you're like in a program that involves math. So that's where I was intending to teach at first, but then for various reasons that I won't get into too much here, I changed, but thinking like I'm just gonna do some individual stuff. and I'm not gonna like be a high school teacher, but now I am. So yeah, and the thing that I really wanted to not deal with, the thing that made me like think like I'm never gonna teach in a high school, was like handling a class and like doing discipline and stuff like that. I do not want to deal with any of that. But I think with a class of 12 it's gonna be a bit better. I had to do some already. Some stuff has already happened because not wanting to do any discipline, I think I kind of set up a standard of being pretty loose, which they have already started kind of taking advantage of. So I'm gonna have to take out my iron fist and become an absolute dictator in my class. But yeah, that's the advice that everyone's given me, is like be tougher at the beginning. That way you give a better surprise when you're not as tough, rather than don't be tough on them at the beginning and then become tough, because like it changes the standard and it makes total sense. But it's not something I'm good at, so yeah. Yeah, that's another thing I gotta deal with that I never wanted to deal with. But hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not that different in the US because the categories are all in really big, but yes, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, all different classes. Yeah. Did I take classroom management courses at uni? Again, like, yes, but I was in a program to teach in at college level, so it was really not the same, and there wasn't that much focus on that for kind of the same reasons that I mentioned. Like, it's not something you do as much like at a college level when you're dealing with young adults in a young adult setting, instead of teenagers in a teenager setting, because that's one thing that really changes a lot. It's also the setting where they are, because these same teenagers, like if they go from grade 5 or the last grade that we have to college, they're gonna be the same person, but they're gonna be in a different school. Automatically their behavior is gonna adjust, because like now they're in the adult school. It's kind of how it ends up being. So that's why there isn't too much focus on that. It was more about I don't remember what it was about. Yeah, like evaluations and didactics and planning a class. The teaching program that I had was a 1-year program for college level, and it's not even mandatory to be a college teacher here. But the high school programs are 4-year programs. So it's either 4 years, or I think you can do it in 2 years if you already have done, like if you already have a degree in the discipline you're gonna teach. So let's say I had wanted to be a math teacher after my degree in physics. I probably could have applied to the program to be a math teacher, and then like just have 2 years to do like I wouldn't have had to do math or science, whatever. But yeah, that's how the system here works. But yeah, all of that just to say I didn't take any class managing classes when I was in school. So yeah, that kind of leads me to that situation of I'm exactly where I never wanted to be. So yeah, but I mean, as I said, I'm complaining a lot, but I'm not. It's more venting than complaining. It's not, like I'm not really that uncomfortable with that position that I'm in. It's just I have to vent my insecurities. That's kind of what's happening more than really complaining. Like, I had fun. Like Friday, I had one class and it was like I got out of the class and it was like I was like, yeah, that was cool, that was fun. This could be fun. It might be a fun year if it goes like that again. But yeah, but it's one very cool thing I think is that they participate a lot. So I have, like, in my style, I need them to participate a lot, ask questions, answer my questions, and so far, like, I was kind of afraid taking, like, giving a class to students that are taking the class again because they failed. I was afraid that there would be, like, a super low motivation, but so far they're doing good, so that's really fun. It's stressful. I was starting to kind of thinking of filling them up, but then I changed my mind because I don't really care. But fun thing is, since I'm in creative, I can cheat and go in here and then fill it all in, or just put one light. I'm not gonna put light because I don't want the snow, or I don't want anything to melt, so I'm just gonna fill it with snow. I hope it calms your anxieties. Also, I'm gonna assume that you do not see anything right now, so I'm gonna give myself night vision. Oops, nope, no. Oh, I'm gonna set myself as the target. Of me, night vision, and 3 minutes. Let's say that. There we go. Now you should see. Which is really not a big priority, because I think in the time it took me to type that command, we were already, I would have been done. But, yeah. It had to be done, I guess. There you go. I can put more snow here. Survival instincts, yeah. I kind of lost those quickly when I started building in creative. It's the fun part of building in creative. Although I do have to spawn-proof stuff, just not here, because there won't be villagers here. It's gonna be a stray village. But in the other ones, in the jungle one and the mushroom village won't need too much spawn-proofing because it's in the mushroom. But yeah, in the jungle village, it kind of requires a bit of spawn-proofing. So, does that snow look good? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna have to, because I wanted to have some snow like kind of dripping down. Hello Dev, how are you doing? I've read that you were having lots of fun building some stuff for a certain little one somewhere. I've read that. Does the snow look good? I think I'm gonna remove a few of those spikes and just replace the walls with snow. I think. If I do something like that, maybe, no, that could be. Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. Gonna bring back some ice here, because that's the spike. Building a bed from lumber. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Started working as a real teacher. I don't know if you caught that news, but yeah, I'm a real teacher now. But I've talked about it enough. I'm pretty sure that Think Deep and Marks, and well, all the other viewers are kind of annoyed, or not annoyed, but they've heard enough. But yeah, I'm a real teacher now. The high school where I work, well, like everything ever is out of. We have a shortage of workers, like in everything, everywhere. So yeah. They contacted me and asked me very nicely if I wanted to take a class, and my logical answer would have been no, but they really seemed to struggle, so I ended up saying yes. Thank you. Yeah, we could chat on Discord about that, but yeah, they were really short-staffed. Like a bunch of jobs were opened. There's one math class. Well, not one, but how many? No, he's got 2 math classes, but there's an intern who's giving 2 classes as part of his like as an extension of his internship. And yeah. So that's one thing, and also I think the lab tech, so the lady who takes care of all the stuff for the science labs, was approached to give a class also, and she's not a teacher like at all. So it's another thing, but they found someone instead, so she didn't have to give the class. But yeah, it kind of reached that point where. Yeah, we're gonna be in trouble soon. We are gonna be in trouble soon. Hopefully, we're gonna have elections soon, and without going into anything political, but hopefully this gets addressed. It becomes one of the issue of the campaign this year, because it's gonna be a big problem. It's gonna be something pretty bad if it does not get resolved. Also, that is stupid and ugly and doesn't make sense. And that's gonna get covered here. So I know you told me when the little one was expected, but I completely forgot. When I think it's pretty soon, right? Like, is it a matter of days, weeks? Any day now? Oh, cool. Oh, okay, yeah, that's that's cool. That's pretty close. Are you Are you stressed, or it's a, you know what you're doing because it's baby number 2? I never know if it's like, it feels like as big for each one, or if at some point you just get like, yeah, we know what we're doing. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you still want everything to go well. It's gonna be a change, yeah. But then again, I mean, I'm guessing it's not gonna be as much of a change as the first one. I assume. I don't know. Oh, right. That's another thing that, yeah. You need room to live with those little ones. Give them some place to grow and thrive. You don't want to be in a cramped little apartment. Oh, full bed. Yeah, that makes sense. Full bed to free up the crib. Wait, so how old, unless you, of course, if you're comfortable saying it, but how old is the first one? If of course, if you're okay revealing that information. There's no worries if you're not. Yeah, that's an okay spike. I'm gonna remove this. And that. Yeah, that's better. That is better. Feel like the music's a bit loud. So do you also have a day off tomorrow, Dev? Or are you already on leave? If you have leave, I don't remember how things work where you are. Yeah, I like that. I like that, though. I think I'm gonna have to put more snow in the walls. because right now there is not enough. But saying that, I'm still gonna add more ice because I am not a very coherent person, but I want another spike here just to break things off a tiny bit because there was a lot of snow here, but yeah, I think there should be some here. I might just remove this spike. Just a little something like that. Yeah, that's better. That is better. Why do I talk like that? Why did I say it like that? Kind of felt like a fake French accent that is not my accent. Why? Okay, now I'm gonna put a big spike here. Something like that. Ah, good memories with that stupid song. Let's put this like that. Yeah. And this one like so. Like that. 3 here. 2 here. That looks good. Oh, and sometimes there's even some on the side here that could also be something that I add. Okay, yeah, that looks a bit better like that. Gonna add this here because I felt like this one was missing something. Something like that. You have tomorrow off until October 3rd for my paternity leave. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I'm very, very happy for you that you get this that much time to spend with the new one, the new little person. Oh, that's fun. Toddlers with knives. That is something great to deal with. I hope it went well and there was not too much drama. From what I'm gonna assume, you forbidding your child to play with a knife. I hope. I'm not judging, but I hope. Oh, you served on a jury. Was it an interesting experience? That kind of thing never happens here, or almost never happens. You put on a movie. That's good. That is good. Never been to court for anything, so you've only seen it on TV and movies, so yeah, it makes the experience more real, I guess. Yeah, I know we have those kind of things like jury duty and stuff like that here, but I've never met anyone that had to serve on the jury duty. But I think it kind of only happens for like specific like big cases, like really like big cases that they get an actual jury, as far as I know. So let's put a bit more here. Some like that. That looks good. And complete it like so. Yep, perfect. Same here. I'm gonna cover this side. And we can fill this little space in. So I'm guessing you're not allowed to talk about the what the thing was. Small criminal case, full trial lasted 2 days, but we had an extra day of jury selection. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm guessing you can't discuss details of the case, which kind of makes sense, you know? Oh, now you can talk about it? Okay, well, I mean, if you want to share your experience, you're welcome to. Just not them. Ah, okay, yeah. No, I can totally understand why you would not want to share then. Don't feel any pressure. Actually, yeah, no, if it's something that could be, you know, offensive to some people. I don't know why now that I think of it, I don't know why I ask you to share details about a crime that you had, like, heard of, or yeah, it makes more sense to not talk about it now. Sometimes I just don't think ahead of what what's happening. Or anyway, yeah. Yeah, let's move on. So, what's the worst crime that you have committed? No, I'm just kidding. Let's not do that. When you kick... We can talk another time when you kicked my butt in XCOM, so we're never gonna talk about it, right? Is that what you mean? We never ever... Like, I'm not gonna hear about that. Right? Because if I remember correctly... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be too cocky like that. It's not okay. So let's change this. Are we gonna change? Yeah, we're gonna change this spike into a bigger one. One of those 5x5-ish. If I'm working on the houses, well, there's not really gonna be many houses here. There's gonna be buildings, but there's not gonna be houses per se in this one. So right now I'm kind of working on the outer wall of the fort. So for the strays here, it's gonna be a more of a fort, or a fortress, more than a village. As I said in the rules of the series, a settlement is a loose concept, so here it's gonna be a stray fortress instead of an actual village. So yeah, I'm gonna do all the walls. We already kind of planned the area here, like where the walls are gonna be and where like the paths are gonna be. So like here, there's gonna be a little section here. So yeah, I'm gonna actually raise the wall here. I'm gonna make it bigger now that I think of it. So let's put a big spike here. So we're gonna have maybe kind of a tower in this area. Maybe some kind of a stray wizard could be living in that section, could have raised their own little tower on the corner here. Yeah, that's a good, I think that's a good good idea. It's gonna fit in well with this part. Actually, I could... Yeah, I think I'm gonna start working on that. More than finishing the walls. We really have a section of the wall, so I might complete it off stream, or do a bit more off stream. Yep, fortress for the frozen undeads. As I said, like it's not just about villages. There's gonna be some more stuff. Like I'm gonna explore lore through various types of mobs. And also, fun thing, I checked and I think that there is a tag to make them persistent, so that they don't despawn even if I'm not, if they're far away, or if I'm not close to them and they're loaded, they won't despawn. So I think it's gonna work, like without having to name them, which was a bit of an issue for me, because I don't know, I felt like name tagging them would have been a bit weird. But the issue is solved, and that is great. So So something like that. Yeah. The stray used to be alive, then they froze and died. Not sure yet. I think it's more like a kind of necromancy thing. Like in the area, someone kind of well, I'm kind of going to I'm gonna try to avoid like making it like Game of Thrones White Walkers, but it's something kind of like that. Like they it was some kind of ritual where they transformed maybe other people into strays, or maybe they were just people that died and turned into, like, were raised as strays. Could have something like that. Also, we're gonna remove this. So let's start. I'm gonna go again with the cobble deep slate for the area. But yeah, I'm not too sure yet what the exact lore is gonna be around the strays. But yeah, some kind of frozen Lich Kingdom type of deal. Is what I'm gonna go for. Forgot about the video, yeah. Well, it was kind of the only video that I made for that series at the moment, because like I did it, but then other issues started happening, so I streamed but never made other videos, which, well, was kind of to be expected, because I want to stream a bit more before really starting the videos. Like, videos are going to be more updates type of deals. So yeah, they're I might wait a tiny bit more before making one, and I think I'm gonna make each video dedicated only to one place. And now, since I'm streaming on more than one at the same time, progress for videos is not as fast as it needs to be. But, you know, I'm doing this for fun, so it's gonna take the time that it's gonna take. Stream on YouTube, at least these do become long videos. Yeah, that is a very valid point, though. Well, I'm not someone who really watches replays of streams in general, so I kind of always assume that people don't, just because basically I don't, so no one does. That good old great reasoning that we have to deal with so often in life, sadly. Don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah, I never even thought of streams as long videos. I think it really is like the editing that makes a big difference. Because I never really like improvise my videos. Or not improvise, but like, well, kind of improvise, yeah. Like made like one take, and whatever happens, which is kind of a stream thing, but not really a video thing for me. So I really don't associate them with each other. Okay, so now I'm gonna make some bigger spikes. So this one here is gonna turn into a big spike, and actually all those spikes are gonna become a lot bigger. Ooh. I just remembered the only time... Oh, streams are good for putting on while doing something else. Yeah, that's a That's a good point, yeah. Yeah, I just remember the only time I played that song in a video. I don't know if anyone recognizes it. And when it was played, in what context it was played. So, could be a contest of, I don't know. There won't be any prize for that, but it's an old thing. That not many people would recognize, I think. That bug is so weird. Is it? It's not even... Oh yeah, it's a chunk thing. Yeah, it was a new chunk. Oops. Why did I do that? It's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, does anyone remember when I used that song, in what context I used it? Music never sticks out, yeah. I'm gonna see if Dev remembers. I can even increase the volume a bit. Okay, that's a bit too high for a tower. Yeah, I'll just that kind of disco song was back on Impulse's Patreon server, my first series ever. There was this storyline where I got kicked out of my base by the cats. And I was poor, and like I didn't have any money, couldn't buy anything because they had kept all my diamonds. And I think it was even like I didn't have an ender chest and all my stuff was in the ender chest. So I opened a shop where I would dance for money. It was a very stupid scene. I really miss doing stuff like that. I have to like motivate myself to do things like that again. There was I think it was the episode that kind of started with a super sad song where I woke up under a bridge in the village and stuff like that. Like a montage of me trying to like go through random chests trying to find food. And yeah, I ended up making a dance shop. Yep, that's what it was. The Donkey, yes. Funny thing about the Donkey is that I eventually realized that there is like a fairly known person. I'm not sure. I think he was like a boxing manager named Don King, which it was clearly not a reference to. Like I don't really follow boxing or stuff like that. But yeah, it was not a reference to that person at all, but kind of sounded like one. It was kind of funny. So poor you couldn't even afford pants. I even if I could afford pants, I would never wear them. Well, now I might have to start wearing them because they put stupid Swift Sneak on pants, which makes no sense because it's not your pants that are supposed to be sneaky, it's your boots. Death Strider should be on pants. There we go. There it is. I said it. dropping some truth bombs about the enchantments. It wasn't intentional. No, it wasn't at all. It really was just Donkey King dunking. Yeah, it's so yeah, happy little accidents, I guess. But I'm not sure, like, even who exactly that person is. I have an image in my head, but like I don't know, like what that person. Not sure how to say it. Like what he represents, or like what, like if he has like a reputation for something in particular, if he has done something, or if he managed who or anything like that. It's no idea. So I think it makes it even funnier that it was completely complete coincidence. I'm gonna watch Minecraft live. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to watch it. The only reason I wouldn't watch it is if I have a student at that time, but so far they, like, no new students or no new parents have contacted me, so there's a big chance I won't have any Saturday students, or at least no Saturday afternoon students this year. Okay, this is way too repetitive. Let's put this here. And this. Yeah, that works. Favorite part of the series? The crossbow with dispenser. Yeah, I was making ballistas. Yeah, and they were really bad. They were really bad because, yeah, dispensers don't shoot that far. I was trying to, capture the fort with some siege weapons. Oh, I completely forgot to add those little things here. Also, they can be longer. Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, that the segment went from like me building the ballistas to the next one starting with, well, ballistas are garbage. Which is, you know, I stand by that statement. Actual ballistas are great, but yeah, dispenser ballistas, not that good. Pretty much a waste of time. I really enjoyed the part where I turned into a cat and kind of went into my base, but I was a cat, so I couldn't like do anything that I wanted to do because, yeah, I was still being a cat. That was a funny one. Yeah, I missed that series. It was a fun one. Back in the days, we were so young. Slam block launcher ballista. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much everything with Slime Block Launcher is improved. Whatever you're doing, if there's a Slime Block Launcher, it's gonna be better. Sorry about that. Emergency sneeze. I really need to find a way to mute my OBS when I have to sneeze like that. There's gotta be like some kind of a hotkey that I could use to mute myself. Looks better. So let's do that. Something like that. I'm sorry, I kind of don't know what to say anymore. I can just say let's place a block here and a block here and break these 3 blocks and this one as well. I kind of ran out of things to say. Dang it. Who would have guessed that could happen? Okay, that's way too big. Something like that. No. Let's okay, okay. Just need to add a little spike. .20 prediction. Can be out of things to say. Has been 2 hours yet. How long has it been? Where do I see that? 1:45. It's almost 2 hours. I usually realize at 2 hours that I haven't been talking for a while, so we're on time, almost. But 120 predictions. I'm guessing they're gonna go for the kind of weird portal inside the ancient cities. I'm guessing they're gonna expand on that. If I had to take a guess, I would say that that's gonna replace the end portals, or it's going to lead to another dimension, but they're not gonna. They said they wouldn't, like, based on update on creating a new dimension until they've updated everything. So they're gonna update the end eventually. So either like they use those portals to like connect to the end and update the end, or they don't touch them and they're gonna lead to another dimension in like 121 or 122. I'm guessing they could do like, because there's still a bunch of biomes that they didn't touch up. Like they mentioned they would touch them, like the deserts and the mesas and savanna. Is that all? Because they already did. Yeah, they already did this. They just did the swamps. They did the mountains, and they did the spruce forests already, the taiga. So there's these 3 that they might work on. They could like do a kind of a an extension or something like that goes after the wild update, like updating other biomes. That's something that could also happen. So that would be cool, like if they could update, maybe like adding more animals and more like decorative animals, adding more sorry, that part annoys me right now. Adding more like, yeah, animals and new trees and different biomes, like improving the biome, stuff like that. That would be great. And the one thing that I would really want to see improved is all the music, everything surrounding the music. So node blocks, well, not the music in the game, but all the node blocks and the discs, like making discs like work with redstone stuff, things like that. That's something that would be great. Will Birch Forest be updated? I don't know. I'm gonna update mine. I'm gonna update one eventually. It's one of the four other biomes that I have an idea on how to improve. So I would work on birch forests, but I can do it myself. I don't need them to do it. Because for me, like a biome update, like let's say we update birch forest, it needs to bring something, not just make them look different. Like when they updated the swamps, they added the mangrove tree, they added the roots, the mud, all that stuff. Like that works for an update. But just like, oh, in the birch forests, there's gonna be some fallen birch trees. Yeah, cool. We can just, you know, chop down a birch tree and take the logs and put them horizontally. We can do that ourselves. Why would we need Mojang to do that? But yeah, so that's kind of my thought on a birch forest update. Just, it needs to be something good and not just suddenly make them look better. And on your thought for combat update, I don't know. The thing is, they have to make an update that's sellable, that can be like easily sold. So just, I don't know if kind of like it's the reason why an inventory update is probably gonna be a bit harder to, like, there wouldn't be like a just inventory update. It's not like, it's not marketable enough. So that's why I think it wouldn't really happen like that. But yeah, I'm not sure if a combat update would work. But it would make sense because they introduced like changes to the combat mechanics a little while ago, and then it kind of disappeared, the entire subject. So yeah, that would make sense. That it means that they're working on it more, or on the other hand, that they could be working on it less and they just don't have anything to do with that, because combat in Minecraft is kind of hard to balance, especially if they want to like get the 1.8 people back. Like they're gonna have to do something, so some pretty big changes, I think, is pretty it's a pretty complex task, I think. But yeah, as I mentioned, like if we could have improvements to music discs, getting them to work with redstone and like making node blocks a bit easier to use, that would be a very, very fun thing. They just updated combat in 1.9. Yeah, but 1.9 was a while ago. Like, I think that we've had more post 1.9 Minecraft in terms of time. It's been longer since 1.9 than before 1.9, I think. Because like, I think we've had the Elytra in the game for longer than it was not in the game. I think I'm not sure about that one, but I know like it's Elytra's been there for longer than I remember, or than I realized. I made a tweet about it not too long ago when I realized that fact. 1.8 was around for a long... Oh, that might be 1.8 that was there for longer. Like that. There's been more time before 1.8 than after 1.8. Or other way around. We'd have to look. I won't check on the wiki during stream. But yeah. If we could get some improvements to music. Decoy and I made a video. Well, I made a video featuring Decoy with that because I really needed someone who knew a lot about music and about note blocks to help me with the suggestions and how he would improve it. And honestly, I've been working with note blocks quite a lot recently, funny enough. And yeah, it's still relevant. Like it still needs to be improved. It's fun and it's not as bad as I remember it to be when you know it. When you try and learn a bit about music, it ends up being okay, but yeah, it's not intuitive. Like you really have to want to try to do some music in order to use that part of the game and those mechanics. 1.9 was early 2016. Yeah, so it's 8 years ago. 8.5, 6.5 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. So, as was proven again, I'm always right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. That's annoying. But yeah, there are these updates that just make us feel old. Click a bunch to tune. Well, click a bunch, and also if you go too far, you have to break the block or you have to loop around the entire thing. It's super annoying. And one thing that I think, especially like now they're going kind of a more or they're trying to go a more educative route, but like one of the suggestions that we had was to kind of help people with music theory, like kind of take people by the hand, or like showing like if you want to select a certain key and it's gonna tell you what notes you can use together, stuff like that, in a more educational type of approach. That's interesting because it helps people just learn how music works, how to do music and stuff like that. I think it could be a very cool opportunity because it's still like, I mean it's one block. Note blocks, they're one block, but it's kind of a whole part, the whole like mechanic that many people will ignore because they just don't feel secure about it. They feel like they don't know anything about that, so they can't really do that. Even if it's actually more accessible than they think. So let's do something like that. 10, 40, and we're gonna put some packed ice. No, I'm gonna put ice, just regular ice. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Ice replace. Oh, why are you doing that? Replace deep slate. No, cobbled deep slate. Cobbled. Oh, missed that entire part. Ah, need to go a bit lower than that. Oh, and I just thought of something. I'm kind of remembering what what Decoy and I talked about in the node block video, but I think the thing that annoys me the most, and like by far more than the tuning of node blocks, is the fact that you have to like your node block plays, like the sound plays next to the node block itself. Or I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The sound plays around the node block itself, which means that it can mess up the volume for a big song. So if there was a way to make node blocks like have a more constant volume in a specific area, because like if you have like a very long song, or if you want to make a song for an area, if the area is too big, it's gonna like the sound won't be consistent sometimes, or the volume won't be consistent, and even sometimes like you will not hear parts of the song in certain areas, but you will hear other parts of the song in the same area, so it will play and not play depending on where you are and what's currently playing. So that's a part that I really hope they find a way to fix with node blocks. Our suggestion was to have, like, if you have a powered jukebox within the area where a note is being played, the sound is gonna come from that jukebox only, so that the volume becomes more consistent. That was one of our ideas, and then you could also like chain some jukebox to keep the volume consistent in a larger area. That's like the most major issue, because like Decoy, if you don't know him, he's an actual like musician, and he's a great dude. And for some of my mini games on Ripple Season 2, he actually wrote songs, which is just, it's amazing. Like, I made some mini games in Minecraft, and someone wrote a soundtrack for those mini games. It was a very cool thing. But one of them was in a mansion, and he made a super cool like jazzy song, like dark jazz song kind of. And it's an amazing song. It's really great. Problem is, when you walk around the mansion, you so there are parts that you can only hear in certain parts of the mansion. So you would like hear some parts of the song and then you wouldn't hear it anymore, and then it would start again a bit further along the song. So that's a very, very annoying thing that I think really needs to be improved with note blocks as they are currently. But it's still fun to have those in the game. They are still very useful, but there's so much room for expansion in that concept, in that those mechanics, I should say. So how about you? What are your predictions for 120? Dev, you mentioned the combat update. Any other predictions? Or anything that you don't want to be the updates, like any updates you do not want to see in the game, that could be something as well. Like, for example, funnily enough, before the cave update, everyone wanted a cave update, except for me. I really didn't care about a cave update until they showed what they were gonna add, and then I was like, yeah, that's good. That's gonna add some interesting stuff. I then approved what it was, but at first, when I kept hearing people talking about the cave update, about updating the caves, I really didn't care. Oops. Let me check something. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So I don't think like this part of the tower is gonna be bigger than that, so that could be all snow. I put regular ice, but actually no, I think I'm just gonna put packed ice. No, I'm gonna replace it with snow. No, now that I think of it, I don't know what I want to do. The thing that I'm arguing within my head, inside my head, about is, like, I want to have some kind of snow dripping down on here. Or not dripping down, but drooping, I think, would be the right word. Something like that. Like around the entire thing. So doing that would kind of mean I wouldn't have snow in the walls. But I'm not sure if replacing this ice, because just ice like that, it won't work. So I'm thinking of just replacing all the ice with packed ice, and then doing some patterns in the walls with regular ice and blue ice, and on top we're gonna have all that snow drooping down like that. I think that would be good. Something like that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that and replace all the ice with packed ice. Replace ice. Oops. Ah, my fingers are too big. Packed ice. Yeah, that's kind of what I feared, is that it would kind of cover the pillars. So let's just push this one back a tiny bit, just so they connect more in the middle of the those big spikes. Yeah, I'm just gonna add more kind of spiky structures here on the side. And then, like, for the wall itself, we're gonna have loads of blue ice. How do I place the blue ice, though? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make it like it's also kind of dripping down. Like that. Kind of a more vertical pattern. Like that. So we talked a bit about Minecraft Live, but I think the date is out already? They released the date that it's gonna be happening? I don't remember what it is. Does anyone know what it is? What the date is? I'm kind of curious to see if regular ice would be better or blue ice in the walls. And behind, I had already thought of a little color palette, but yeah, I think those two, they'll fit in pretty well with the blue if I put it behind the regular ice. As an inside layer, gonna put the mud. Something like that. I'm gonna replace a few of it with some basalt. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me. Wait, is soul campfire, or do soul campfires emit enough light to melt ice? And also, this needs to be replaced. Oh, that is cool. I wasn't sure if it made enough light to melt the ice, and it seems like it doesn't. That is some very cool news. Very, very good news. Very cool. That's annoying. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I saw it and I didn't like it, so I had to change it a bit. And it seems like it's not gonna melt, so we could use them in conjunction with regular ice. That's one of the things that I feared, was that they would make the snow melt. What if I put it above it? Nope, it won't melt. That is cool. However, not sure why I tested that. I could maybe put some blue fire. Or, wait, no. I put the campfires, but I didn't check just the blue flames. So if I put this here and I light it, will it melt? The ice doesn't seem like it's gonna do it. By the way, I say that because I got my random ticks way up, so that like it wouldn't take long to melt if it could melt. And it doesn't seem like it's gonna melt, so that is some great news. Great news. So, I'm not sure if I like that pattern on the wall. I would really prefer having the pillars be different from the rest of the wall that's connecting each pillar. So I might replace it all with blue ice. Problem is, of course, I'm gonna have to do that manually because I can't just fill it in because it's all the same material, of course. Let's see. Yeah, I really shouldn't have changed all that regular ice with packed ice. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And I'm just gonna add some variation in the wall with some regular ice. It's gonna be transparent, but I can still put something behind it. So something like that. And that allows me to have stuff like that and like this, where I kind of connect them both together, like having the packed ice like show where the irregular or initial pillar was, and the blue ice shows where, like, what ice was added to make a wall. I like it a bit better like that. I'm happy with that change. However, with those parts here, I'm gonna still be a bit more careful. Or not careful, but I'm still gonna try and keep some packed ice in the walls here. Kind of mixing them a bit. Like that. Yeah, I really like it better like that. Okay, and let's just add a bit of ice here and there. We're gonna keep the same idea of having it like dripping down. Or it could even stick out, now that I think of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like that. Something like that. Just gonna replace it like that. Just to see where it is on the other side. So I can put something behind it. Oops, no. Something like that. And what could I add behind? What would work behind this? Just gonna clear my inventory. Well, maybe deep slate. No, we checked mud, it wasn't that good. Coal? Maybe. How about muddy roots? And oh, that could be cool. I'm gonna pick this one. That could look good. Having kind of the veiny texture behind it. What else? Actually, you could try packed ice actually. Now that I think of it. Blue concrete? Maybe? Let's try blackstone as well. Or crying obsidian. That's interesting. Though I'm not sure if I really like the fact that it's sticking out that much. Kind of added shape to it, but I'm not too sure if I like it that much. Anyway, we'll try a few things, but I might push it back. Push all the ice back to be flush with the wall. Oops, let's do that. This one. Oops, I'm gonna put it that way. Something like that. Yeah, we barely see it. Yeah, we don't see it at all. Ah, that's sad. That sucks. How about muddy roots? It's gonna be the same. We can barely see anything. That does not work. Yep, same problem. I'm guessing all the other ones are gonna have the same problem. Let's try gilded blackstone. Welcome back, Dev. I had some issues with the wall. So basically, I made all the walls into packed ice. I don't like that. Like if you look at this one here, because it just blends together with the pillars. So it's kind of harder to see like the distinction between the pillars, the big spikes, and the walls themselves. So now I changed them back to blue ice. And to add a bit of variation, I decided to add those kind of little stripes of of regular ice, but since ice is transparent, I have to put something behind it, and I'm not sure what I should put behind it. Weirdly enough, Gilded Blackstone kind of looks exactly like packed ice, not packed ice, but blue ice behind it. Strangely enough, just because the shape, or the little shapes that we see in the texture are kind of similar, and the entire color is shifted back to blue, or towards a more blue color, so we really don't see anything. Another thing I wanted to try was to put black or packed ice there. Again, does nothing at all. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna put some wait, no, that was already packed ice, I think. I'm gonna put the ice back inside the wall. I'm not gonna make it stick out. Something like that. And I like crying obsidian. No. No. Okay. Yeah, so far I think crying obsidian is the best bet, the best choice that we have. Gonna try again with the warped bark blocks, the warped, how do they call that? Hyphae. Yeah, we see it even less than we used to because there's no light at all. What are we gonna do with that? Packed ice really didn't work, did it? Nope. Yeah, we really can't see anything. I'm guessing any light source is going to melt the snow. So I think I'm just gonna use crying obsidian, but maybe once in a while put some blue flames. Tools, because we tested it. It will not melt the ice. If it melts the ice, I'm gonna be super angry now. We could do something like that. Yeah, I don't like these two together, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have crying obsidian. It's the obvious choice, it's the thing that works, and I'm gonna put some, nope, that there, some blue flames, like in some just single spots like these ones here and there. Nah, doesn't even work. Oops. So let's put this here. You know what, like that, it's perfect, it works. I'm gonna connect both like that. Yeah, that works, that's good enough. And I've said it already, but it really connects with the big spike that we have here with the crying obsidian. Also the crying obsidian core here needs to be bigger. So as you can probably see now, that we have removed the veil from when I work in videos and when you see me work live. I cannot do one thing at a time. It's impossible. Every time I start doing something, I think of something else and I go do that instead. It's yeah, it's life, I guess. It's just how I am. That's just how things happen, sadly. Nope. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now I can go back to working on that stupid wall. So I'm gonna put some regular ice, make some kind of ice veins here and there. Not like that. Something like that. Hey, said replace. Nope. I'm gonna replace those just to see a bigger wall, how a bigger wall would look. We got this and this. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better than I liked the previous possibilities or the previous versions. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of variation in the wall, but there isn't that much in the pillars, so I might just replace some of the packed ice with some regular ice. Just a bit here and there. Because it's one thing that I kind of don't like, or it's when people do randomized texturing, but like for only one part of a build, that's something that kind of bugs me. To me, it doesn't work. No. No. Like if you have a house that you texture the walls but not the roof, it just feels weird to me when it looks like that. So yeah, that's why I tend to do that. But yeah, it looks good. Here it's gonna be some blue ice behind it. Or actually, no. Dang it! Why don't? Nope, my middle click does not work all that well. That's annoying. It's not even like that old of a mouse. Dang it! Gonna have to buy another one maybe, and I do not want to. Funworks. But the clicking doesn't work. Ah, that's annoying. That is very annoying. I don't want to spend money on another mouse. Okay, so we have something interesting, a cool pattern for the walls. So now we're gonna have kind of a little part that goes in a tiny little bit with some snow around it, and then the tower's gonna change. So I'm thinking it's gonna be snow for the next layer. So it like just a few blocks in, and I'm still gonna try to connect, but like just with the inner part of the of those towers here, to make the I said towers, but of those pillars, to make a second layer to the tower. So let's just don't know why I'm completing this side here. That's the one that I want to work on, because that's the one where we built the walls. And after that, I think we're gonna be done for today. It's been my longest stream so far, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I did not expect that. Holy cow. That's cool. That is fun. Something like that. So I'm just gonna have it stick out the entire length. Even here. That one's a bit ugly. Let's do it like that and remove this. And I think powdered snow looks a tiny bit different, so we could remove some snow and replace it with powdered. Yeah, it looks a lot better like that. It's very subtle, but still, it still looks better like so. Perfect. I really like that. And let's just start a tiny bit with the wall back there. Like that. Oops. I hope it's gonna look good. I'd be super mad if it looked super ugly with that that combination of that sequence of blocks, but yeah, that seems to be a pretty cool combination. It does sort of look like a cake, and that's something I might be disappointed with in the long run. I'm gonna have to really change the height of everything, because yeah, that cannot... Like, it's supposed to be an evil ice tower. It can't be a cake. It's not something I could like handle very well. But yeah, it does look better like that. Okay. Crisis averted. We're just gonna make a few bits here that stick out higher. Evil cake tower for the win. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, when it's not your original idea, when you wanted to do something else and it turns into an evil cake, it's not... It's hard to deal with sometimes. You know? Could even have like a little balcony here. The cake is a lie. No, no, it's not. It's not what it's supposed to be. It's not. That's not where it's going. Stop. Yeah, when the snow part is higher, is taller, it's gonna make more sense. I think. I hope. I really hope. But yeah, it's been 2 hours 45 minutes, way longer than I expected. So it's gonna be it for today. It's progress is slower than I expected, to be honest. Like, we changed that. We raised it a bit to have this weird crystal formation there, and we made just one little bit of a wall and the base of a tower. But I mean, it's progress is progress, so that's cool. Either way, just I'm a bit surprised that it's not, there isn't more to show, but anyway, it's maybe just something I have to deal with. We can remove that. Okay, yeah. Still, thank you so much for joining me for this stream. A bit improvised, half an hour in advance, but still. It was very fun. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And see you in the next one, which I have no idea when it's gonna be. Might be tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, see ya. Oh, there's a rabbit. No, I said see ya. Bye.